Gosh, I just got a weird feeling today. Something's not quite right. Yeah, so this is my chariot for the day. A Case IH 8120 with a 40-foot draper on it. What head is this? I don't even know what head this is. Anyways, I got a story to tell, but let's get going first. Just whatever you do, do not drop kick this door. Oh boy. Over here. Well, I started. So, the reason I'm in a Case IH 8120 this morning is because we decided to take a little gamble. And everything worked out in our gamble, but we had a complete side thing that happened that completely screwed the whole thing up. So, we are on our last field of soybeans. That's where I am right now, last field of soybeans. And we started combining this about a week ago, but the soybeans were very dry, like 9% or something. And we were like, there's some rain in the forecast. Let's wait for this rain, see if we can get these soybeans wet again, and then we'll combine them. So we had the rain, we came out, did a moisture test, about 15%. Perfect. So we brought our combine out here, put the head on, and the draper belts would not spin fast enough for us to combine soybeans over about 1.5 miles per hour. And it just wasn't working. John Deere came out, they said they needed to take the head back to the dealership to do further diagnostics. So we were about ready to give up. We were driving back to our shop, and we passed our neighbor who was cleaning out his bean head for the year. And we said, hey, about 1 mile down the road, we got a field of soybeans that needs to be harvested. Could you do it for us? He said, absolutely. So he came over, and I was riding with him, and he said, hey, I got to go to Bible study. Can you run the combine? I was like, sure. So that was last night, and now we're back this morning. I think he's going to be coming back to run the combine, but I'm going to get it started out for us here this morning. Now I just got to figure out this a Pro 700 monitor? I don't even know. There's things I love about this combine, things I don't like about this combine. I'll get into that, but I'll start off with a thing I don't like is this monitor. Well, here we go. Feeder house. What? I don't know what that's talking about. Okay. Head on. I gotta turn off the feed. What's going on here? Feeder on. Okay, head on. Okay, we're good. Throttle all the way up. Oh boy. Let's go. Oh wow, these things are tough. It's early in the morning. Beans are very tough. What's the moisture? 13. Hey, we're gaining. Last night we were like 10%. I will take 13% soybeans. Even though they're, going 2 miles per hour for 90% engine load. How do I turn this auto steer on to this thing? Auto switch is set off. Okay, how do I turn it on? I guess driving. Pew! Pew, pew, pew! That's all I hear when this thing starts making noises. Like an 80s asteroid video game. Ooh. Man, these things are tough. Man. So, one thing I really like about this combine, grain quality. The grain sample is amazing. My gosh, why are these things so tough? I might need a weight. I mean, this is bad. Yeah. Crap, I think I just slugged it. Oh, this is bad. How do you, shoot. Yeah, this is nice. Luckily the feeder house is clear and the owner's on his way and he says he thinks he can deslug. There's a deslugging section on these Case IH combines I don't know about. I'm not gonna try it till he gets here. Well, I'm back in the grain cart now. Yeah, they were just really tough this morning. The owner of the combine came over and there's a deslugging mode on these combines so you can go forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. So for about a half hour I kind of plucked some stuff out of it, got the really tight stuff out of that rotor, and then he came and deslugged it. It didn't take very long. It was actually kind of impressive. But, you know, I really wish my camera would have worked last night when I drove the combine for a few hours. But there's some things I really like about it, some things I really don't. One, grain sample is incredible on that thing. I mean, he does have some sort of aftermarket concave, I don't remember what kind, but I mean, there was hardly any pods in that grain sample whatsoever, and that's just something we cannot get with a Deere combine. Stock Deere combine. We might try some aftermarket concaves in our S770 in the future sometime. So grain quality sample is awesome. And it was just really nice. The cab was pretty quiet. Pretty impressed by that. It's simple. You know, the John Deere, there's buttons everywhere. And I mean, they're all kind of like in one central location. There's just a lot of buttons. That thing was very simple. Big buttons, only a few of them on the armrest there. Very simple to run. The joystick was completely backwards from a John Deere. So on a Case, up is down, down is up, forward is back, and back is forward. Or I don't know. More of a preference thing there. I think that maybe has a Pro 700 display in it. I don't know which one. Not a fan of that. What else was I really not that big of a fan of? To be honest, I don't know. I mean, Dad, Chris, and I we've all talked about before. I mean, if we can't figure out our grain sample quality on our John Deere combine, our next one might be a Case. It's doing a good job. And you guys may be wondering about this thing. It's probably the first time you guys have seen it in video. So I have a college friend that is working for us part-time. He's a engineer at a large tractor manufacturer near us. And when he gets off work and on the weekends, he comes and helps us farm. And his work bought him a new one of these, and he uses it all the time. He loves it. And I was asking him about it. He was like, I actually got an old one you can have if you want. I didn't really know what to do with it. So he gave me his old one. So it's like a Parrot, what is that? Blue Parrot headset. And now I can't live without it. I love this thing. Because I can actually, I can work and drive and do stuff. I just gotta flip this down, hit this button, answer a phone call, and go. It's pretty sweet. It does kind of screw up my hair though. It makes a line, but consequences, I guess. Another thing that was different about that combine is just the noises it makes. Like the monitor, whoever designed that monitor must have played Asteroid as a kid, because instead of the doot 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 like on a John Deere display, it's pew 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 pew. Last night my dad was riding with me. Every time I make the noise, he'd go. I wish the camera was working yesterday.
Did you ever stop and think, why spend too much time just getting ready? Let me be honest, I don't know a single thing that I haven't done to make you notice me. Let me be real here. When I see you, my heart starts racing, but I don't know if I like this chasing and playing and waiting around. It's a shame that my hands start shaking all of the time when you're around me. But this time, girl, I know what's bothering me. I need somebody to love. Oh, nah, 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 nah. Don't you see what's wrong with me? I need somebody to love. Oh, oh, nah, nah. I don't know what I could say to convince you to hang around when you don't have to. There's so much that I'm still keeping to myself, 'cause you don't listen, babe. But still you got me missing you. When I see you, my heart starts racing, but I don't know if I like this chasing and play.
These soybeans out here are doing pretty dang good. It's we got a few different varieties in here. Some of them are in the 60s, and one of them is 70 to 80, depending on where you are. So it'll probably all average out to a normal bean yield, but pretty cool to see those high numbers hit every once in a while. I don't know, guys. It's a dang nice combine. After we get done unloading here, I'm gonna crawl in and show you guys a sample. It's unbelievable. Yeah, check out this sample. Just unloaded out of the grain cart. Absolutely gorgeous. Are there any of you guys that run a 660, 670, 770, 770, or 760 that get that good of a sample? And if so, how do you do it? Because we can't figure it out. In our S780, we ran Condex KX7 concaves, and I think they helped, but that rethresher in that 780 just did not like soybeans. And now we're just running the straight John Deere round bars in our 770. But what do you guys think of like putting the Condexes back in the 770, or maybe some XPR2s? I've heard some good things about those, or if there's any other concaves that you guys run. I'm genuinely curious, because if there's some good recommendations out there, we probably will make a change for next year. And there we are, way down there. The last soybeans of 2023 are being harvested. I missed a lot of soybean harvest because this past weekend, me and some college friends and I, went to Washington State. My good buddy Andrew, the guys have seen my snowmobiling videos, he bought a school bus and then retrofitted it with some couches and stuff and registered it as an RV. So we were all able to hang out in this bus. Sorry, my Bluetooth headset just did something funny. But yeah, we were all able to hang out in this bus and drive out to Washington State and back. It was like 20 hours one way. Absolutely had a blast, but it was 5 days of harvest I missed.